well. So I'm glad to welcome all of you to a new webinar here in the RDA IGAD webinar series. On this occasion, we are going to present the work that Hideaki Takeda and his team are doing in the context of agricultural ontologies in Japan, the agricultural activity ontology and the crop vocabulary. This presentation was part of the RDA IGAD event that took place in Finland, in Helsinki last October, and is part of all the presentations that we are bringing into a virtual environment since then to help or to make possible that everybody in IGAD has a chance to listen to some excellent initiatives and projects. So Hideaki Takeda is a professor at National Institute of Informatics in Japan and at the Graduate University for Advanced Studies. He has received a doctor engineer degree from the University of Tokyo in 1991, and his research is focusing on artificial intelligence and in particular semantic web and link open data technologies. He has committed several projects by the government and private companies as the specialist of link open data, and he is also the president of the Link Open Data Initiative, Inc., that promotes link open data technologies for public and private sectors. Together with him, Sungmin Joo is also part of this presentation. He's a project researcher at the National Institute of Informatics as well in Tokyo. He received a PhD degree from the university, the Graduate University for Advanced Studies, and his main research interests are building domain ontology and agricultural informatics. Thank you so much to both of you for being here today, and give you the floor. Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you for a nice introduction. So today, I'm Hideaki Takeda, working for National Institute of Informatics. Today, with Sungmin Joo and also a team from National Agriculture and Food Organization, Food Research Organization, NARO, Japan. We report current activity of agriculture ontology and vocabulary in Japan. So, first I talk on next page.
Yeah, there are a couple of arrows in the bottom of the presentation.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I just briefly introduce what is agriculture in Japan. So this is a old ukiyo-e picture, probably drawn in 250 years ago. So by Hokusai is a typical landscape of Japan. Like this is a rice field. It's autumn. Now rice is harvested and the farmer is moving crop to their home. So that is this is a typical landscape. In Japan, it's all time, but now it's the same. Okay, this is now still rice farming is the most important agriculture in Japan. Is a consistent more than half of farmers. The other reality of farming in Japan is agriculture industry is shrinking and also aging. So that means number of agricultural workers is decreasing every year, and average year is increasing. Is now almost 67. Is really old. So that is the reality of agriculture in Japan now. And of course, yeah. We are pushing forward modern agriculture industry. So like now, so ICT technology is gradually introducing farming, farming family and farming companies. So for example, farming management system software is gradually adopted, and also a lot of good farm machinery is introduced, and also new information technology like satellite information and drone information is now started to use. And also we are, especially in our project, we are thinking much more about more knowledge about agriculture, it's like a real management by farmers, management data, and also experiments by farmers, like know-how. We think it's important for like a cycle of knowledge for agriculture. That is our intention why we started this project. So our task is to make effort to realize data-based agriculture that can improve productivity, and in particular we are building ontology and also vocabulary, and also developing some application and service based on such ontology and vocabulary. So first topic here is agriculture activity ontology. We often call AAO. So now the background is the same. Like we have facing like introduction of IT system. Then we're facing vocabulary is not so well organized yet. Think about this figure. It's a kind of patterning, but have several ways to presenting patterning in Japanese. Also, someone say, oh, it is a course patterning or course or patterning activity, and someone says it is not so other way, like it is land labeling or even land grounding. So it's some confusion. Even though one activity can be interpreted, also represented different way. So it is not so happy situation. So we decided to provide ontology for defining such agricultural activity. So so we collect existing vocabulary, including agrobook or agropedia we have built in Japan. So that we found hierarchy is not so good. So a hierarchy is just like a dictionary. It's not so related. But it's not so well organized. So we decided more clear definition of hierarchy. So that the result is that we define each concept. Now we say concept rather than word, because a word can be a concept can be represented several ways as a word. Okay, the concept of a seed is something like seed is represented with some property and property value. Like a seed is purpose is seed propagation, and place is the field, target is the seed, and act is the sow. We provide several types of property to define such agriculture activity concept. So namely purpose, act, target, place, mean, equipment, season, crop, and condition. I will explain the example later. Actually, according to this definition, we can make hierarchy of a concept like this. So it's The one hierarchy is like a more specialized purpose, like agriculture activity, crop production. It's a in more specialized purpose, crop growth control, more specialized purpose, control propagation. And the other hierarchy is specialized by providing the property in later part. Like this is like adding some property like target is specified or equipment is specialized, like this. So so in that case, okay, this is example like seeding is one concept, and we have lower concept like a direct sowing of rice on well-drained paddy field or direct seeding in the flooded paddy field. This is a very important concept in rice agriculture. So then we can specialize these concepts by adding place property. So one is a place is a well-drained paddy field, the other is a place is a paddy field. So that is now clearly specialized. So that is now so we can use logical form. It is this is a technique of a semantic web. So now we describe such a concept in logical form. So now we actually built this AO is starting from first published in 2015. So we updated several times. So you can access this URL, so www.kabok.org/AO. So okay, this is a high-level structure of AO. Is have some hierarchy abstract concept about agriculture activity and basic work. So work for crop production is a main part of agriculture activity, and lower part is mainly three part, like handling of plant growth control is and it is a direct activity for plant. And also we have a lot of various activity for environment control, like about action about soil, action about air, water, and some like biotic, like using animal or insect. And finally, you have action about harvesting and also like post-harvesting. That we have each part of more than 100 concepts included. So this is also what it looks like. So we mainly built this ontology for Japanese, but now we have a English version available. So that's we can switch Japanese and English. So now we can show how it looks like. So in the browser. Okay, wait a minute. So okay. 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 This is a front page of AO. We can just like this is something like hierarchy of ontologies concept like this. So you can click any line. So okay, I pick up one example about plowing. Okay, plowing is a concept, and okay, this is a purpose is the regulation of a cultivated soil, and action is a dig up or overtune, and target is a cultivated soil. And we have an interesting point is that we have some narrower concept is a okay. You can pick up one like this. This is a plowing by plow. Then you can here like okay, you can here now so one property added about equipment. Now it is a okay. This is a specialized by so adding so specific equipment. And the other example like okay okay as a tilling is also now so method is a tune. So okay. So like this, or another example is the okay subsoil is a subsoil breaking is also is a now so target is change like subsoil. It's actually sub concept of soil, and the place is now specified. So that is the way we how hierarchy of a concept is constructed. So also you can see some hierarchy and also some if agroblock concept exists, so we have a link to agroblock. So like this, and also we have a machine readable form by RDF like this. This is a very simple form like this. Sorry, this is not good example. Like okay, this is like this. This is like so. This is RDF. It's a machine readable form. Okay, that is how it looks like. So then I go back to. So I go up to so how it is used. So wait a minute, I take time to upload it. So so actually okay okay so so it takes time. So okay, so okay, I skipped more many slides. So okay, so it have also provide API. So for example, you can use this ontology for like translating so local name to standard name, because we have a lot of synonyms for each concept. And also we can use this ontology for standardized data from local farmers. Like a farmer use their own language to describe their data. We can so standardize and integrate so like census data provided by the government. So that is some so use case of our ontology. So okay, so still we are updating this ontology. So because we regularly so consulting so expert in each so crop areas. Okay, then so second topic is the crop vocabulary. So so it's almost same issue like so like vocabulary is not so well so standardized. In this case, issue is not within the farmers, rather than so food chain. Like so, farmer is our own name for each crop, but like distributor buyer, your consumer have a different name for crops. Like this is again rice. The rice is we call also ine in Japanese, or kome in Japanese, or suito in Japanese. It's a different name. Is even the farmer. Then is when the distributor is they use some different brand name, like Koshinishiki is a brand name of a famous rice. So that is some sort of different names used in a stage of food chain. So we started to investigate. So what kind of name is actually used in Japan? So we actually we pick up 3 government documents. So each document is issued by different ministry. So first one is an agricultural chemical use reference issued by Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fishery. So this is another again. Second one is agricultural chemical residue reference is issued by the Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare. Third one is food name in food composition database issued by Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports and Science and Technology. So first one is agricultural chemical use reference. It is the most important document for farmers because this is a kind of a rule book about use of chemical. So because if farmer violates this rule, so they cannot sell their product. So it is a more prestigious document for farmers. It is issued by Ministry of Agriculture. Second one is agricultural chemical residue reference issued by the Ministry of Health. So that means there this is a guideline for how much chemical is permitted for their selling food. So this is also important for distributors. And third one is a food name in food composition database issued by Ministry of Education and Culture, Sports and Science and Technology. This is important when consumers think about their food, when calculating energy or think about allergy. So that's such a composition is very important. So actually we take 3 different documents, but when look at these documents, so there's inconsistency. This is a example. So wasabi, probably you know wasabi is good for sashimi and sushi. So you may think wasabi is something like green paste. So actually it is a smash part of root of wasabi. But actually Japanese use other part of wasabi. We use a leaf of wasabi. We eat flower of wasabi. Actually, some confusion is describing wasabi in 3 documents. Some documents say wasabi and bracket by root or root of wasabi or leaf of wasabi, or just say wasabi. So reality is actually right hand side, wasabi in general is and some wasabi edible part is specified. That's some confusion. And also problem over these documents is actually they are not so well they are not machine readable form. Actually PDF or Excel is not a happy situation. So actually what we did here is we made some machine readable data structure and compatibility with existing vocabulary, and also it must be open data. So actually this is the design policy for our vocabulary. So actually this is the base information about when building up our vocabulary. So 3 documents here, and also we included some cultivar list because some documents refer to cultivar names indeed. So actually, this is the basic design for our crop concept. Okay, simply say crop is just the species. Okay, most of crop is just identical to the species. But some crop is not true. Like some crop is identified with some modifier. Modifier means either edible part, cultivation method, or usage. I will explain later. So, okay, some example is like this. Okay, edible part case. I already explained so in case of wasabi. So wasabi in general, or wasabi of root, wasabi leaf, something like that. And other case is a cultivation method. Wasabi is now so more farm grown. Wasabi is cultivated by water grown field. But plenty of water is provided for field. But some wasabi is just like standard soil. So that means different over cultivation. It's different way to it recognize different crops. And also some crop is differentiated by usage, like for example, sorghum is a sorghum for human, and sorghum for animals is a different crop. So we provide this crop name in bracket generic, and some crop name with cultivation method, and bracket edible part. So example, wasabi case is something like that. So it's a hierarchy. So actually, so we a lot of time to align three document, and even not more three document, other document like NCBI taxonomy or AgroBook. So we actually updated this vocabulary in several times. Okay, I will show again what it looks like. Okay. Okay. Okay, this is a front page of CBO. It looks like this, and actually, it's again, it is based on Japanese, but we can now, we can switch to English. Is okay, I will go. Okay, go later. Okay, here is okay. This is the English version about okra. Actually, we have now Korean version and Taiwanese, Chinese by thanks to our collaborators. So and this is case of okra is a very familiar vegetable for Japanese. They now have an English name and Taiwanese name and also Korean names. Also some synonyms. And also its scientific name is here. So point is now also have a link to such a government document. Governmental document. This is food composition. Yeah, this is food composition, and this is okay. This is this is okay. This is like a classification of chemical reduced reference. So it's like now direct link like this. So actually, this web page also provided by ourselves, because government don't provide such a machine readable form, unfortunately. So and also you can see some lower narrower concept here. This is okra bracket fruits. Is actually so. This is a part of fruits part. Is a so the interesting point is that now so here is the link to agricultural chemical use reference. So in the upper broader concept, we don't have this link because this is a rule about chemical in crop. So it must be very precisely defined. So this is occur for just like applicable fruit of okra. That is so they denote like this. So there's a hierarchy is important for the in this case. Like the same as also flower of okra is something like this. So this is and also we also have like NHBA taxonomy is the scientific name, also agrobook ID if exists. So that is also Wikipedia. So that is an outline of CVO. Okay. Go back to the presentation. So, okay. Also have a machine readable form also. So wait a minute again. Actually, we also updating this CBO with experts in each agricultural domain. So because some crop is easy to define, some is not easy because especially like fruits of like about orange and citron, there are a lot of hybrid exist. So I can skip. Okay, this is a machine readable form. So okay, I skip some like this. So actually, so I mentioned like this is something like, we intended this vocabulary is hub to other vocabulary. Okay, so we link to 3 governmental document, also some other out resource like Wikipedia, Agrobook, and taxonomy. So, or even so, government also another document about the guideline for crop names. So we have such link. So also we provide API for this vocabulary. So we can use this vocabulary for like in this case also is the case like one document like agricultural chemical use reference have no English name for crops. So then we can refer to find English name via CBO like just like going to referring English name in other document. So also another use is that we can use this vocabulary to integrate local information to governmental statistical data. Like local farmers use their own name about this case onion. And then we can integrate such data in the standardized names. Some problem exists like it's a still ongoing project. Like but we have some in the wasabi case again. So actually, wasabi we're very familiar food in wasabi, but actually if we look up agrobook, in agrobook is this is a link to they say this it is the same to horseradish. But it's a wasabi and wasabi daikon in Japanese is a different crop. So for most of Japanese. So there is some confusion in this crop in AgroBook. More interesting case is international confusion. So this is another case is shiso. Shiso is a Japanese herb. Also we eat sashimi, and so this is good smell. So eating good. And another crop. So we call egoma. Egoma in Japanese is a this is a Korean favorite. Like Korean use this this leaf when they eat meat. So we recognize this is the different crop. But actually, so this is some cultivar of species, but unfortunately, so AgroBook is no correspondence concept. So that is some confusion for linking to AgroBook. So anyway, so we are still developing this CBO. It's and also we are thinking extend this CBO, including animal food also. And also as a computer scientist, what is interesting part is actually not two vocabulary ontology is not independent. It is related together. Like this is okay. This is some concept in AO, so activity ontology. Something like digging and digging root vegetable. Okay, so it is in the target crop is digging vegetable, but digging vegetable is also correspond to CBO is a crop name. It also have a lot of root vegetable. So actually, these concepts related to each other. So it consists of a large network. So that is the interesting part for as a computer scientist. So okay, that is the end of my talk. So we are building ontology and core vocabulary. So this is we are promoting